Hello, welcome to Irish Football Fan TV. This is the match reaction. Not much of a reaction because, look, at the end of the day, this is a game that we should be winning. So we're not getting carried away. It is great to be talking about a result and a win and scoring a number of goals, and that was great. But we're expected to beat Gibraltar, aren't we? So, I mean, yeah, it's been a real lull. This game, like, I think everyone was just at the stage they just wanted to get it out of the way, except for the people that obviously went over to it. I'm sure they had a great time, nice weather, loads of pints and good times by the looks of the videos and pictures online. So hope you all had a safe trip over there. And look, you got 4 goals from Evan Ferguson, Mikey Johnston, Matt Doherty, and Callum Robinson at the end, which kind of looked a little bit offside, but we'll take it. As far as the assists go, I think Matt Doherty got the first one, or he might have got the first 2, and then Jamie McGrath with the other 2. So good to see them, and a great flick by McGrath for Matt Doherty's goal, which is a bit of a weird celebration, but hey, it is what it is. It's just great to get the result. As I said, it doesn't mean I want the manager to stay on. I think he's served his time. He'll stay to the end of the campaign now. His last game will probably be the game against New Zealand. Probably be McLean's last game as well if he's called up, which I imagine he will be. So I'd say that would be the case. It'd be a nice way to say goodbye to Kenny. Bring it on into the new year. Give the FAI a bit of time to look for a new manager. And look, it's just not worked out for Stephen. I think people saying he's out of his depth and everything like that. Okay, maybe that's your opinion. I think he has the worst record of any Irish manager, and I appreciate that. But he's also had the worst crop of players in that time in comparison to Italian 90 squad, 94 squad, and the 2002 World Cup squad. I think the players would even tell you that themselves. We had truly world-class players in those teams. So I think to be comparing those teams to this team is a little bit unfair. What I think we should be doing is comparing ourselves to the likes of Scotland and Wales, as how they punch above their weight. And fair play to Scotland. They're after qualifying for 2 Euros in a row now. And, obviously we beat them, and that was Kenny's kind of biggest victory so far competitively. I just think this was a great, I don't need to be harping on in a real negative kind of way, because we've obviously won 4-0, but it's a real just kind of, okay, let's just get this campaign over. We're sick of it. I think that's just where everybody is at, I highly doubt there's too many people watching this video after that game, or if they are, they're probably just looking for some sort of, I suppose, not insightfulness from me, but I've completely the word has escaped me, but just, I suppose, someone to give hope to, that we have players coming in, and I can tell you that the grass is going to be green, but the truth be told is I don't know if it is going to be, so we'll have to just wait and see. Chris Young says the 2016 wasn't bad either, and Trop squad, I know. So that's what I mean, is you still had world class players in those squads, whereas now Evan Ferguson potentially can be world class, but he's nowhere near it just yet. He has a lot of growing to do on and off the pitch. He thought he was okay tonight, but again, service to him was very limited. Thought Mikey Johnston was very good. I think we need to get him playing at Celtic, and hopefully he can then come do the business for Ireland. He's actually like Aidan McGeady, but I actually think his end product's better than McGeady, because he skins the man, generally tries to get the ball into the box, and he just tries to make things happen, whereas I think McGeady would skin a fella, go back, try to skin him again, and then lose the ball. I think Johnston's better at that, better at keeping the ball. Doherty, I thought, had a good night tonight. Chiadozi, I thought, was very good on the right hand side, and obviously they linked up for the first goal, and that's where you want to get the ball to Evan Ferguson, in that 6-yard box. And as I said, he was quiet for most of the game, but again, he still scored. Sign of a really good striker, that. Callum Robinson as well, speaking of strikers who scored a goal, thought he took his header very well. Great ball by Jamie McGrath. I thought he was done really well as well. I know, look, we're talking about Gibraltar, so I don't want to get carried away either. It was a good professional performance from the lads, but again, I expected a 4-0 win, to be honest. no matter how bad we are playing, we might not have the world class players. I know. Look, Scotland have Robertson. Scotland have Billy Gilmore. They have I don't say Billy Gilmore is world class either, but he plays for a good side, and so does Robertson. I mean, our best player arguably is Seamus Coleman, and he's at the late end of his career. He's continuously getting injuries, and Everton are struggling. So, besides him and maybe Evan Ferguson, we don't have too many players that we can kind of sing and shout about at the moment. But hopefully that will change, and hopefully the emergence of some players like Andrew Moran and stuff like that. I think with those types coming through, Sam Curtis looks like a good young fullback coming through with the 21s. Maybe Sinclair Armstrong, Okaflex. Maybe these players can start making a bit of a career for themselves. I know Sam Curtis is likely to leave the League of Ireland, and he'll probably get a move somewhere, and you'll probably start seeing him in international squads if he starts doing well. Definitely has the ability and the versatility to do that. I actually thought Ryan Manning, just while we're talking about kind of players who's kind of come in and done well as fullbacks, thought Ryan Manning had his best game tonight. Again, you can only beat what's in front of you. Hopefully he'll get a bit of confidence from that. Scales was good again tonight. Duffy, good but poor in their box. Thought he probably could have got a couple of goals if he had had the shooting boots on him today. Bazunu didn't have a whole lot to do. So yeah, we will see. Adam Kern says, if what was seen on Twitter today is true with the playoffs, Kenny's contract lasting to 2024. If we qualify to the playoffs, would Kenny be given the tournament? I highly doubt he'd be given the tournament, but I just see the RTE. See more comments coming in. I just seen the RTE interview with Callum Robinson, and he's saying how much he loves Stephen Kenny. And all the players is really backing him. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's because he's a nice guy, and the fact is I think in a different scenario, another manager probably goes in and leathers them if they have a bad performance. But I think Kenny's probably too nice, and he'll probably try and find a positive. I don't know. Like that's just an idea, or not an idea. It's like a thought that I have about him is that he's just very nice, and that like senior international players aren't gonna be like taking them too seriously if he starts shouting at them and going mad at them. Whereas I think if we actually had someone going in there and going mental at them, it might get a few of them up for a bit more. Like Steve Clark's hardly world class, but what he's done is he's gone out and he's earned his trade at a higher level than probably Stephen Kenny. And he's gone into Scotland and he's just made them solid. And again, they're not a world class outfit. So maybe that's the reason why they all want Kenny to stay, because he's all nice to them. I mean, it's players that haven't been playing that are asking for him to stay, but they have to come out and back him, especially now because we've got games left. So I understand that. I know I'm going a bit off point here because I should be talking just about the match, but kind of just the way the comments are going as well. What's the story with if we lose versus Holland, we might qualify? Crazy stuff. I'm not entirely sure. I saw that if we lose to Netherlands, it increases our chances of a playoff somehow. Weird stuff. I know Gavin Cooney was tweeting about that, and he asked him about it in the press conference before the game yesterday. I think Netherlands have won. I think they won tonight. Let me just check that. I think Van Dijk scored a penalty in the last minute, so I think they beat Greece tonight. And Greece are the bloody good side. I don't care what anybody says. People can say, like, I agree that we should be giving them more of a game than we do. Yeah, Netherlands, Van Dijk penalty. And they missed the penalty, I think. Yeah, Wout Weghorst. Of course, he would score against us, wouldn't he? So yeah, Van Dijk scored for them. So it would be interesting to see. I'm not entirely sure how that works out, but I'm sure that'll be told in time. But back to the game. Yeah, I think look, he brought it on subs when the game was over. And I think Callum Robinson was the only one who really kind of took his opportunity to get kind of himself on the score sheet. So look, I'm not too excited, as you can probably tell by my demeanour. I'm not deflated because we've won by 4 goals, but I just kind of want to get this international window out of the way. I probably just want to get this international year out of the way and move on to next year, start fresh again. new manager, hopefully emerging new players, and we go from there. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you thought of the game in the comments, and who is your standout player. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I have to leg it up to